Okay, hello. This is Kristina Bagrova. The channel name is Kristina Health. And as every Saturday, we are meeting for our live stream on YouTube. And today's topic is I cannot keep consistency in cooking healthy. For example, we say from Monday we will start cooking only healthy and doing sports, and then we start and we quit in 3 days, and then we say okay, so basically there's no consistency. Today I feel a little bit like in an allergic state, because yesterday we went with children to a playground, and there is a little like restaurant place, and of course they will be selling, not I'm not I'm not expecting to have their like very healthy options. There was a lot of ice cream, pizza, all this usual stuff, and I ate pizza. I had ice cream, and today I feel like my nose is runny, my eyes are like puffy, and also scratchy. So actually, after I had my children, I became so allergic to the bad food. I don't know, maybe it's even good, actually, maybe it's even good, so I don't eat that. But all those who say you shouldn't. Oh, hello, Deepak. Hello. Yes. Nice to see you too. So, yes, we're talking about the bad foods. Yes, about the consistency, how to keep the healthy lifestyle. And what was I saying? Yes, after I had children, I became allergic to all the bad foods. And those who say, "Oh, but you shouldn't categorize the foods into good and bad." Well, I mean, it depends. For example, if you are always consistently eating healthy, normally one pizza or one Coca-Cola will not change anything for you. There are rules how you can consume those foods also. So before a sugary food, it would be good to have some fiber. For example, it can be some salad, it can be some vegetables, even fruits. Fruits have fiber, yes. In fruits there is sugar also, but it's a little bit more complex. The body has to work to kind of get the energy out, from the fruits. And plus there is fiber, which is slowing down that process, so it's still okay. Vegetables, salads, fruits before you eat anything sugary. That would be the rule. That would be a tip for you. By the way, so you can also write your questions. You can write your questions in the chat. Yes, and we have the first question already. So we will be talking today about this topic, but also if you have any questions about the topic or out of the topic, maybe something personal, challenge, don't hesitate to write. We will talk about that as well. So can we start our day with salads? So look, yes, and that's what we will be talking about today as well. You can, there is no problem, but the mindset here shouldn't be that now I have to eat only salads, to lose weight I need to eat only salads, and our topic of the day is how do I keep consistency in eating healthy. And often the problem here is that we start with the mindset, now I will restrict, now I will eat only salad, and that's where we cannot keep consistency. So for the breakfast to also answer Deepak's question, we concentrate on long, complex carbs, fruits, vegetables, fiber, and salad is like fiber. And yes, there is no problem to start your morning like that. However, you need energy in the morning. You need long, complex carbs. For example, if you look in my posts, I think I didn't put out one post with the breakfast examples. So normally honestly I am a bit lazy in cooking. I am a lazy person when it comes to cooking. I like when it's quick, simple, as least effort as possible. And sometimes it's not very good because then it lacks variety, and we need variety. We need variety. And sometimes I get bored of the foods I eat. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, there are different foods out there, or different cooking methods, or even spices. You can add different spices and you will have different tastes, you know. But otherwise, in the posts, you will see that I have photos of my breakfast. And there I normally concentrate on the long carbs, oats. And then you can add different toppings, additives like fruits, for example, different fruits. One day it can be banana, another day it can be berries, some herbs. And one photo I didn't put yet, I will put today. It was breakfast from maybe 2 days ago. There we also protein. Yes, protein. Now let's not get crazy about protein, okay? You know, sometimes we see those bodybuilders or just some guys at the gym who are very muscular, and they are full, their skin is full of pimples. Have you ever noticed such phenomenon? It's because of too much protein. So our body doesn't stock protein. For example, if we eat a lot of sugar, a lot of fat, we become more fat. Yes, our body is storing the fat. But with protein, it's a little bit different. Of course, now I'm talking simplified. Just to understand, the point is that the body will get rid of the protein. It will not stock it. It will get rid of the excess protein. So it doesn't matter if you eat so much protein, your body will keep just only what it needs. Yes, for example, sugar can be stocked like a glycogen, in a glycogen form. Fat can be stored, yes, like in the fat deposits. But with protein, it's a little bit different. And also, if you restrict one group of foods, if you restrict, for example, carbs, as we often restrict, right? Of course, you can diminish if you want. If you are in the process of losing weight, you can diminish a little bit the carbs, yes. But you are absolutely, you absolutely need to eat long, healthy carbs. Don't skip carbs. If you are in the process of weight loss, eat carbs. And now I moved a little bit from the thought what I wanted to say. Oh yes, that about the protein is that the body is even able to convert any nutrient. It can be protein or sugar. It can convert it in a different form. For example, if you have too much protein, then it can convert it into kind of sugar and use it as different type of energy. So body can convert those macronutrients. Okay, next question I will check. So Greek yogurt would be like a protein source. What do you mean help? What do you mean, like, can Greek yogurt help? Help with what? So Greek yogurt and curd, yes, It's milk product, okay? It's milk product. It is still a little bit different. There are different processes of fermentation involved. I mean, maybe timing, maybe I should check. If you want, you can also check that, the precise difference, but both are milk products. Now, where the fermentation is involved, for example, yogurt, that product is considered a little bit healthy, better for us, especially in the weight loss process. But I would recommend to remove milk products when you want to really lose weight. Milk, cheese, especially cheese, because we trick ourselves when we think, cheese, a lot of calcium. Cheese can cause kind of inflammation also. Milk products are associated with inflammation too much, if you eat too much of them. But also there is lactose, which is actually sugar, lactose. And that's why sometimes we really want to eat cheese, we are attracted by it because there's sugar. Okay, help with the weight loss. So look, what will help you with the weight loss is balanced meal, which is after which you will feel satisfied, and your meals should be filling to fill your stomach, that you don't feel hungry after. It should be giving you long-term energy. So don't approach weight loss with the mindset of restriction. You need actually, when I was I'm in good form now, okay? I'm in good form now, but if you look at my banner of YouTube, you see like 6 packs, my meals were huge. I will tell you, my meals were really huge salads, but with a lot of carbs as well, with protein. Speaking about protein, we should eat 1 animal protein per day, which I often don't follow. I often eat animal protein for lunch and dinner. But the official advice will be to eat 1 animal protein per day if you're eating animal protein, yes? No need to restrict yourself and become vegan now, You should be also feeling what your body likes. And I just saw something about pimples. All my bodybuilder friends have so many pimples on face and body, you see? It is because of that protein, all the time protein. And you don't need so much protein. I mean, you have to, you can use the method of elimination. For example, you eliminate some product and wait for 1 month to see if your skin cleared, for example. Me, honestly, like I said, yesterday I had this bad food. Today, horrible. Like, I feel a bit dizzy even. My eyes are puffy. My nose is runny. I immediately react. If I eat a little bit of cheese, I have pimples immediately. Like, my body reacts so quickly. And also, to the same topic, relaxation techniques, meditation, breathing will help you as well with starting to understand what you want. Because somebody might tell me, yes, Christina, but I want to eat candy all the time. So should I listen to my body? I want to eat ice cream. So I should eat it, right? All day long. That's what I want. But we have to find the reason. We have to, normally, for example, me, I don't want There are moments which are kind of normal when I could have some cravings. Well, okay, for example, if I didn't sleep enough, if I didn't go to sleep on time, I will have craving, yeah, I will have. But if everything is in place, all the habits, all the rules of lifestyle are in place, I don't have any craving. I don't have, and there can be, before it was not possible for me. It wouldn't be possible to buy a pack of cookies and eat one. Impossible. Out of question. They would probably be all eaten, and plus I would go and buy more. So, okay, again, I'm just talking, and I I go away from the main topic, but actually also to the topic, we can say that there must be many points in your lifestyle which are correct to be able to eat healthily and do sports and everything, so and keep the consistency. So first thing, I think it will be the restriction mindset. You shouldn't restrict, but it doesn't mean healthy food is okay. You don't have to restrict it. You don't have to count calories. You don't have to weigh grams. Eat as much as you want. But normally, if other lifestyle habits are not in place, you will probably want sugary food. You will probably have cravings. So then you need to have the base. The base would be to exercise, walk, movement in life, sleep. Sleep is very important. It will regulate your mood. It will regulate your hormones. You will have less cravings. You will hear your intuition better. And also, if you do any relaxating techniques, for example, before I was like a workaholic, I would I like efficiency. Yes, I like efficiency, but that was a bit even too much when I would want to fill up every minute of my day. It had to be so efficient. I would work like crazy. What happened is that I couldn't hear my body. What signals? What intuition? What intuition? My intuition was to go and buy low fat, low calorie foods and then eat them all, and plus buy again some chocolate. The connection is not possible with your body when you are logically torturing it. And so it's important to have balance. It's important to have balance. And when we are in that workaholic mode, grind, that relaxed time might feel like waste of time and might not even feel nice. So you really have to go push through that period of realization of what good it can bring to you, those relaxation techniques. Yes. So sleep, having time off from the problems, to switch off the mind, to regulate your nervous system, to calm down, breathing, meditation. Water is very important. Don't forget to drink water. The processes of weight loss, of lipolysis, actually the breakdown of the fats, we need water for that process. So and also talking about the relaxating techniques, it will reduce the stress, the cortisol, and we know when you have a lot of stress, high cortisol levels, the weight loss is blocked. You accumulate because the body is in the survival mode, and all the weight loss beauty processes are blocked. There we need to accumulate fat because we don't know what will happen. Our body is in the survival mode. It doesn't know what will happen now, tomorrow. We need to keep the weight. We need to accumulate. You see how it works? Yes, next. Yes, and basically, yeah, movement and eating healthy. With eating healthy, the system is also quite complex because the more of the certain foods you eat, the more according to those foods, bacteria is developed, yes, is growing. So, for example, if you eat junk food, more bacteria of that type will develop, and there is the connection between your gut and your brain, and that bacteria is sending signal to the brain to seek for the same foods. So it's always, we come back always to the concept that it's the transition which is the most difficult. And yes, that's another point. What I wanted to say is that, you see, if you identify yourself, if you are a person who does sports, who eats healthy, you don't need, there is no question of being consistent, you know. There is no, like, I don't even consider that I need to be consistent or no. I'm just, that's who I am. That's my identity, you see. So I had a boyfriend who, I mean, that was his lifestyle. He would run to work, he would do his gym during lunchtime, or he would run to work, or he would take bike to work. It's who he was, you see. He didn't think, maybe he thought sometimes, oh, I'm lazy to run today, or oh, you know, but okay, and that's all. And then you run, because that's who you are, and you get used to that, and it becomes your identity, you see. So two important points: don't approach weight loss with the mindset of restriction, because then you cannot keep the consistency. And the second point, become that person. What is your identity? What is your environment? What is your environment? What is your identity? Who are you? Who are you? Yes, become that person, and then it will become your habits, and you will not need to keep consistent, you know, to try to keep consistent, because that will be who you are. Yeah. Okay, let's check some questions. Yeah, good morning. Help with does odd sleeping hours affect? Yes, odd sleeping hours affect the weight loss process, because our body likes routine. Our body likes routine, and it would be good to go to sleep similar hours every day, which would be realistically around 22:30, and to sleep, you know, as you will probably, if you go on time, if you go around that time, you will probably wake up naturally at normal hour, you know, around 7, I guess. Why is that important? Also because, so first of all, predictability, yes. Second of all, there are certain hormones which are regulated at certain hours when we sleep. And if you miss that window, you might have more cravings, your mood will not be stable. Voila. So yes, it's important to have routine, and to go to sleep before 11 would be ideal. So I am vegetarian. I don't have eggs or any other animal protein. Okay. Well, now this is a little bit sensitive topic, you know, vegetarian. Wait, but if you're vegetarian, then you can eat animal, how to say, not the animals themselves, but their products like eggs. But then you are vegan. So in these situations, I want always to ask, is it ideological? Is it because you think it's not good for us? How do you feel? Do you feel always energetic? Then because there are some elements in animal protein which are good for us, and sometimes if you don't consume those animal proteins, you should do a blood test and see if you have enough of all the, yeah, vegan, if you have enough of the elements, if there are no deficits. And you know, this is very tricky again, because we cannot understand sometimes if we feel energetic unless we have what to compare to. You know, when you don't have, when you didn't try a different way, you cannot compare. Because sometimes like before I would sleep maybe 5 hours, 4 hours, and that's what I was used to, and I thought that's how it is, voila. But now, as my lifestyle changed, I would never want to go back to sleeping 4 hours, because I know the difference. But when there is chronic stress, we are used to that. We are used, and we don't know anymore how it can be different, you know. Okay, any more questions? Any more questions? Because, yeah, otherwise, of course, again, it's quite a complex topic. There are many points. And it's very individual. If you want to have an individual session, you can go to the bio of the channel. There is a link, and we can go deeper. Otherwise, you can always ask here, and I will always answer to the limit I can. Yeah. And this live will be saved, so even if you didn't ask your question now, you can always ask it under the video when it will be uploaded. You can suggest any topics for the next live, and like this, I know you better. I know what you want to hear about, what are your problems, and we can really tackle them more precisely. Okay, so Deepak, any more questions? Otherwise, I hope I helped you for today. Okay. Should I soak dry fruits in water overnight? You can soak them. You don't need, again, dry fruits. Let's remember that, you see, why do you and how do you consume them? If you add dried fruits with the long carbs, it's better, because dried fruits, there is no more water inside, and it's very concentrated sugar. Again, sugar, you see, sometimes it feels like we're trying to trick ourselves and find the way, like, oh, fruit, but it's fruit, it's healthy, yes, but it's dried, it's modified, and it's very concentrated with sugar. Normally, dried fruits, yes, for the morning, it's good, together with the fiber, together with the long carbs. It can give you energy boost. Or if you are starting your gym session, you have one fruit, two fruits, dried ones, yes, and it will give you energy boost. But to trick yourself and say that, but it's fruits, it's healthy, I'm sorry, but you know, think about it. And you see, in your question, thank you so much for the questions, really very interesting questions. But already, it's an example. In the question, we hear and have on empty stomach next. Why should you do it on empty stomach? don't complicate. Don't complicate it. Eat what you want as much as you want. Yes, there are different rules. Yes, there are some rules. There has to be balance. Rules, life, but then you will feel what's the best for you. You will feel, I feel when I eat healthy food, I don't have allergies. Yeah. So yes, there are some rules. There are some rules that you have to go to sleep around a certain time, that you better eat healthy food. But then let's not overcomplicate it. Well, actually, okay. Actually, on the empty stomach, it would be better to eat fiber first. In the dried fruits, there is fiber, yes, but there is also a lot of concentrated sugar because the water is out. But let's not complicate and search for techniques, empty stomach, or, should I count calories, how many calories? Balance, don't overcome. Our life shouldn't evolve around tricking our body into weight loss. If you will eat normal, proper portions, normal food, you will lose. The focus has to be on the action, not the result. You will lose weight naturally when all the points in the lifestyle will be corrected. Focus on doing every day the right little action. Forget the weight loss, remove the stress about weight loss, and you will have it naturally. It will be the byproduct. Amazing. I'm happy you're asking also, so we can, dive deeper into this weight loss topic. Okay, so I think for today is fine. Don't hesitate to write the more questions under the video when it's uploaded. Normally it takes a little bit of time, sometimes even 24 hours. But I'm very happy to know you better. Like for example, Deepak, we already know, we have some history. I know his habits. I know, it's nice. It's nice to have this little connection. And I'm happy to help. Yes, I am happy to help because myself, I went through a very long journey connected to weight loss. It started from my professional sports. But I will tell you the story in the next live. Yeah, we will maybe start the next live with that story. Okay? Okay, so thank you so much for today. As always, very nice to talk. And see you in the next videos, in the next live on Saturday, as every Saturday. Yeah, next weekend we have on Saturday. It's okay, because I will be traveling for a weekend, but the flight is a bit later. So we have time for our live as every Saturday, okay? Okay, ciao, ciao. Have a nice day and see you in the next one.